From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
To the right and complete to Galladay. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They look to throw now on 1st down. Powers through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to it, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So a collective holding a breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And all eyes now on the backup quarterback as he'll duck under center. First throw now for the backup Kaya. And this is incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
And you can almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They'll go with Foreman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal. Prater on to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kendall Beckwith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie, and that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5, and they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And Dalton appears to be in a fair amount of pain here. He's still on the turf. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he fields it cleanly. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Kai on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Roberts, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Here's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's fielded at the 45. There's the flash of Abdullah. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a first down throw for Kaya. Throwing deep here for Coleman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Coleman on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about
blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down, Dalton. Incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Bernard. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Let's take it at around the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Amir Abdullah, his his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 19. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. That's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Bengals don't have much to hang their hat on after the first half. The Lions have done a good job taking control of this game, and the scoreboard shows as much. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. First and 10, Coleman's wide open down the field, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone as they take a 7-0 lead. Now first and 10, Eiferd's going to cough up possession here. Lions end up picking up the ball and scoring. That puts them on top by 14. Third down from the 37. Coleman's wide open here on the catch, and he caps off the two-play drive with a score as they go up here at 21-0. Third down at the 14. Tate's able to get open here, and it ends up working for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 28. Now following the fumble, Coleman's wide open, able to make the grab. It ends up working for a touchdown. Lions in control. Fourth down from inside the 10. They run it here with Deontay Foreman, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The Lions continue to dominate. First and 10. Roberts the target here, and is going to be caught for the touchdown. Lions having no issue scoring. Lions have it late in the second. Coleman's got nobody around him on the deep pass. He gone. Lions in a shootout. Still late stages of the second. Abdullah's going to try for the return, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Cincinnati for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Down the numbers. There he goes. goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third. Their own 25, 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's